Call this meeting to order. Roll call.
Raquel.
Here.
Eric.
Here.
Fitzgerald.
Here.
Irvin.
Here.
Keeler.
Here.
Shoots.
Here. Please stand for the prayer. Make sure all your cell phones are off or vibrate. Let us pray,
O
O
Lord, that we can serve your people in public office, may have your blessing and guidance in our deliberations and decisions, so that what we accomplish here this evening will be just and beneficial to the people we serve.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
By the way, you're late. I didn't see you on. I didn't see you on.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I didn't see you on Facebook.
Okay, reading and approval of minutes.
I should say 60. Okay.
3/4 of a century.
Congratulations.
Look what you're good shape. Any adds or corrections?
Waiting, George.
I'm not seeing any issues as of yet.
Oh, Jags didn't do them? Oh, okay.
Mayor, I make a motion that minutes from 2012,
Yeah.
2/12/19 be adopted this time.
Second.
Shoots.
Yes.
Keeler.
Yes.
Irvin.
Yes.
Fitzgerald.
Yes.
Eric.
Yes.
Raquel.
Any petitions and communications?
No, she's coming. She's sick.
Oh, okay.
Went to Med Express. Supposed to come down here with the minutes for 26.
Okay. Yeah, I knew you were supposed to have two. That's
Oh yeah, I would have did the 26, but I didn't know she was getting sick. So.
no. Really? You should know that stuff.
I let Bob go, combine ours, and we got a few things going on in the village. We'll keep you updated on.
All right. Okay, number one, I did make an offer, and they came back with a counter offer, and I'll make another counter offer back to them. But I think I'll get it for the price I really want to get it for. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. I mean, some of the, one of the, things straight.
We found this.
One, this is for the, I'm sorry, Jags, you got that in front of you? This
EQ
is for the
thing.
partial land for the EQ. One of the options, was almost going to pay $1 million to move earth. And, we're not going to come even close to that with this offer here. It's going to be something, we're going to gain this property all the way up to Route 7, or Commercial Avenue, if we go through with it. I think we probably will. But, I'm still trying to get us the best price. We'll give up a couple pieces of our land also, so. But it's moving along, it's looking pretty good. Park manager, folks, still no applications, still nothing. Like I said, before you know it, it's gonna be here. Looking back there, you see somebody back there. Lucky. You always come around, you wanna be a park manager?
Patty pool might not open then.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk to Benita.
I asked her already.
I'm going to advertise for driver labor for the service garage. They are down quite a bit. I'm just putting together all of the job scenarios. There was a grievance filed on me. I didn't have those. I do have them, but they're scattered about, and there are different wordings on some of them. And so I'm trying to basically get them where it's pretty much the same every time we post something, but I also am going to leave some leeway that if I need to change that for the needs of this village, I'm going to change it. So that's where we're at with that. Lift station, I'm going to go forward with that. Turn it into 3-phase. That major slip on Battle Run makes me sick. There was a meeting with FEMA today. I've been working with the county. They might get us on the list to try to get some FEMA funding because they're going to go around a second time. Folks, I just can't see $70,000-$80,000 putting it into that road. I'm researching how we can close it actually. And I don't want to close it either. I really don't. And, we have roads in our town that have to get taken care of before that road gets taken care of. I'm sorry. That's just the way it's got to be. We're kind of monitoring it. I have people, I go out on the weekend, I have people looking at it every day. You know, if it gets to a point where I think it's just a hazard, I'm going to close it. I can't find anywhere where there's a template that says what I have to check off to close that. What I am going to say is if I think it's a safety issue, I'm going to close it. I got to advertise to the public, I guess, to let them know. So, if you hear anything, I'll let you know. I'll let y'all know. Table organization, that was part of the grievance, and Ernie put one of those together. I think you got one. I got it in front of you. Basement flooded in again. You know, no good deed goes unpunished, folks. You know, I put this system on there and paid a decent amount of money for it, and it's failed 2 or 3 times. I gave the guy an earful. I do have one pump that needs to be replaced down there. I'm having somebody come in Thursday to look at it. The pump didn't actually fail. It's the rod stuck, and when the water came out, the signal did not get sent, and usually it'll call 3 people. Well, it didn't do anything. So we had about 3 inches of water in our basement. It ruined some things, some records and things like that. I'm going to actually call our insurance company to see if they want to look and, you know, we can file a claim. I know in the police where they have our evidence and all this and that, it flooded in there and ruined some things, and there's a wall that looks like it's got some black mold on it. I don't want to expose our guys to any of that. So we'll just see what we can do with it. It's just, I'm just very upset because, like I said,
Is there any liability from the guy who?
I don't know if there is or not. Okay.
I mean, if it's supposed to call somebody and it doesn't.
Yeah, I just don't know. I'd have to talk to you, Ernie.
The issue basically is if there was a warranty on it, and
Did
how
you-
long the warranty.
Yeah, I'll have to look and see the paperwork, but you know, it's been down there a year and a half, 2 years, you know, and you know,
Yeah, I don't know.
when the warranty expires, you know, anytime you got anything mechanical, it can fail. You know, that's the shame of it. I wish they'd have done something with this underneath there before they. I mean, you know, you're sitting here and you got to depend on a pump to make sure that your basement doesn't flood. I don't know. I wish they could have done something a long time ago. As far as the roads are concerned, I'm mapping out some roads. I'm mapping out some linear feet. I'm going to possibly come back to you and talk to you guys about possibly finding some financing. I cannot pour money into these roads anymore and patch them. I'm going to refuse to do it. You know, I don't want to put any names out there of the roads right now, but you know, we got 3 or 4 roads I really want to take care of. I don't want to even put any cold patch, hot patch, nothing on it because it's just, that's all it's on it. That's it, you know. So, and it's expensive, but we have to do something. We have to get these roads fixed up. Even if we got to take a small loan out or whatever else to do something, we got to get these roads. And you know, hopefully this mill's going to go for us, and we just got to get something done. You know, so that's where I'm at. That's all I have. Got a transmission out in my bucket truck. So, and I'm going to probably need some money if you guys are going to talk anything about the finances. You know, like I said, it's probably going to cost me a few $1,000s down here because I'm going to have that pump replaced. So, but everybody keeps saying, you know, well, you have to have backup. Well, we don't have a really backup, but the pump did not fail. It's the system that lets us know. The rod stuck, and the system will let us know. We wouldn't have the issue.
Well, same thing, Bob, that we talked about before, and I think one of you guys brought it up. We haven't put no money in this building for years.
No.
It needs some on our budget.
Bathrooms.
We need to have something.
I mean,
Well,
Do some updating on things. Yeah.
I've actually got some quotes for the HVAC system. I had somebody come down through here because I got 17 thermostats on my wall in there. I don't know which one works, but I would think that the estimates that I have to do a lot of work in this building are going to be close to $15,000. It's going to be great because I'm going to have a preventive maintenance program put in. You know, we're going to take care of our HVAC, our heating. I put a boiler in already. They already found out what the issue was with the boiler, the way they had the nipples where they were located. One needed to be a little lower than the other one. So they're good people. You know, they're good folks. Buckeye Mechanical, I like working with them. I mean, they came down a bunch and they finally figured out what was wrong because we had to keep draining it down and it would shut off and whatever.
Heater works fine.
Yeah, well, you know,
especially in your office.
well, the problem that you have is when you have pneumatics. Once you get an air leak, it's done. Okay, because either your unit ventilator is going to be fully open or fully closed, and that's why they don't do any more with pneumatics. Okay, you just don't see that put in anywhere. But we do have to invest some money in this building, and we're going to do it. You know, because like I said, there hasn't been any money invested in this building. So anyhow, that's all I have.
Just one quick question for John, speaking of the building. We got any answers on the overhang in front of the fire department that was
Yeah, I'm still waiting on a couple contractors to get back to me with estimates on that. The one told me he didn't think it'd be more than probably $800, $1,000. And then speaking of that, the building, my front door needs looked at. I've been told before by 2 other contractors it needs replaced.
Which door are you talking about, I hear?
The front
Oh,
entrance
front
door, fire department. When
Oh, you mean the major door?
Yeah, the walk-in door.
Oh, the walk-in, the main
Yeah.
door.
It's overlapping because it drops off the hinge and it's hitting the jam, opening and closing. And then having further issues with the back door, coming in the building, sticking, and also my office door. I think got foundation.
Well, we've had some foundation shifts, and I've had an actual structural engineer come through. There's not really anything major, but we can't take care of that. We can take a look at that. Like I said, it all costs money, you know, to get this stuff done. But,
Thank you.
yeah. You guys don't need me for anything because I'm going back.
Yeah, I go fine.
Feel better?
Hope you feel better.
I don't feel too bad right now. I probably could stay here, but I'm leaving.
Take 2 pills and get
I'm
bed.
gonna take some more NyQuil.
Is that your phone?
And-
No, that's
No, it's
recorded.
fine. Don't scare me like that.
2 shots of whiskey.
You got any questions? You got anything to say? Okay.
Only my favorite thing.
Well, I told them about the catch basin up there, okay? I'm shorthanded right now. You know, we've been over the ball field. That's another thing I want to tell y'all. We've been over that ball field trying to clean it up a little bit because it was flooded. And, you know, our catch basin, everything over there are just,
They were there today.
they're gonna be there again tomorrow.
Trees and stuff.
And, you know, those guys are working as hard as they can. You know, I got the tennis courts cleaned off. I guess there's 3 folks that want to use our tennis courts now. Big Red,
Big Red
Huh?
Central in Indian Creek.
I think they already did that today. I'm pretty sure that they did it today. They're waiting for them to dry. What's that, still looks bad?
It looks bad, yeah. We
Oh.
just come up here on the way down here, stopping.
Well, Mark Baker, I could have swore he told me that they had power washed those things. So I don't know. I'll find out.
Probably painted.
Well, you know, they're not in the greatest of shape anyhow, so. All right, folks, I'll see you later.
Feel
Thank
better?
you, Bob.
Jags, you have anything?
No, if you guys want to set our next meeting.
Yeah, please.
budget. Like I said, Thursdays and Mondays are usually the best days, so if you want to come this Thursday the 14th or Monday the 18th. I'll be out of town Friday, Saturday, Sunday. George, you're good to go now if you're back in the...
Well, I think I'm pretty flexible right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm flexible until the 25th. 25th, I cannot, but up until then, I'm flexible. What everybody else can do.
Maybe it's Thursday?
Oh, Pie Day.
Physical therapy.
Physical therapy day for you?
It's probably better that day than the day after.
Oh.
So,
Another Monday the 18th, you said. 14th, Jabbers, you talking?
Yeah, 14th or 18th.
Fine with me.
chances are we'll have both.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the 14th now and then see where we're at.
What time?
6 o'clock.
6.
Since, I can't remember your name, ma'am, from Carol Star.
Amy,
Amy?
yes.
Since you're here, do I still need to send an email to the paper?
No, but I needed to hear what you said again, so if you don't mind.
It's a finance meeting,
Yeah.
Thursday, 14th at 6
Okay.
o'clock.
Okay, we'll have it in there.
Oh, did?
All right, thank you. Ernie, anything?
I don't have anything right now.
Okay, Chief Sig is not here. Chief Wright, you have anything?
The only thing I have is the update on the ambulance. They're in the middle of construction. They're saying it'll be done by the end of April. Replacement ambulance for the fire damaged ambulance.
And that's the whole, I mean, I know I've asked you before, is the whole ambulance or just?
Yeah, complete replacement.
Complete
Yeah,
replacement?
chassis, everything, yes.
Just to
And-
make that clear.
Yes. Where we at on equipment? I'm still waiting on one manufacturer to give me a quote, the IO drill and needles. Waiting on them to get back to me. As soon as I have that, the insurance company will cut us a check for replacement of everything.
Our insurance?
Yes. Yeah, it'll be ours, and then I guess they'll battle it out. Just ultimately who's gonna cover.
Oh, I thought their insurance was covering.
Well, initially, the salesperson told me that their insurance company agreed to cut a check, and then now he's backpedaling saying he never said that. Our insurance adjuster said the same thing, that he's backpedaling now. So we'll see where it stands on the 19th, next Tuesday at 10 a.m. is the joint cause and origin inspection out back here.
Oh, cool.
So anybody that wants to attend.
19th, 10
Yes,
a.m.
19th, 10 a.m.
You're gonna cut the side of the way, canvas out, right?
Yeah, they said that they're probably gonna have us use our rescue saw and cut the whole side of that thing off. Visualize everything, so.
And insurance includes the building too?
Yes. Our insurance adjuster told me that there was a $1,000 deductible on the building, $500 on the ambulance, and only one of the deductibles applies when it's both. So it's the higher of the two, so $1,000 deductible.
All right, thanks, John.
You're welcome.
George isn't here. Kyle's not here. Okay. Anything on finance? What's Jags? You just said a meeting on Thursday at what time? 6?
6 o'clock.
Anything on ordinance?
Yes, we have an ordinance presented tonight, ordinance 2019-2. It's an ordinance to establish a table of organization for the Village of Mingo Junction.
Is there extra ones in it?
Don't you give them all back to,
Oh,
you're okay, I'll do the chief, you one?
Sure.
You want the Joe? You want one for the city garage?
Always love it.
Here's one for the city garage, water, sewer, and police and fire. That way, right,
You want me to make one for Joe? Or read to him? Yeah, great.
you don't need one, do you?
Actually, yeah, if you do have one, no way with exact wording.
Johnny, make a copy for you. You make a copy for us?
Sure. Yep, you got you together. I'll make one for Joe.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jay, go ahead and read it, give it, tonight we'll just do the first reading, and then we'll be done. Yeah, I mean, there's no need for no need.
It's
fine.
whatever you want to do. You have one,
Can I ask you a question? You have a grievance filed against us.
One or three.
Do we want to push this or not?
Get it over with tonight.
Whatever you want to do. Ask him.
It's not going to affect agreements.
No?
No.
Okay.
Ordinance 2019-2, an ordinance to establish a table of organization for the Village of Mingo Junction.
Mayor,
go ahead.
I move that rule requiring an ordinance to be read by title only on 3 separate occasions be dispensed with. An ordinance number 2019-2 be given its second and third reading at this time by title only and placed before this council for its final passage or rejection.
What are our intentions? Do we want to suspend the rules and give a second and third reading tonight? I don't think it's necessary, as he mentioned. I don't think we need to pass this as an emergency.
I mean, it's up to you guys, whatever. It's not an emergency, it's just suspending the rules, so you don't have to give it 3 readings.
Does everybody agree on this? Did everybody looked over this?
I have a little question after reviewing this. Under the fire department,
Damn, hurry up and
under
Man, I was hoping that slide
under
through.
number 4 it says
We're gonna need 5
firefighter.
full-timers.
5. It says full time. That
Supposed
should
to
be
be
part
part-time.
time, I presume.
Yeah. Damn you, George.
I was wondering that too, John. I was going to say, whoa, you're going to get something.
Let's make sure. But I just saw that reading through the first thing. I was like, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was
We'll
looking
just leave it
at.
at first reading tonight, just so we can
Comb through and
comb through a little bit more. Other than that, no other ordinances tonight, Mayor.
I think, yeah.
You guys understand on that chief operator what that part-time full-time is? Because I know section, Jody was with us when we did this. That's the part-time guy that signs all the paper for
Yeah.
us. We had to make one part-time
yeah,
chief operator.
for the licenses and stuff. Yeah,
Right.
understood.
Any other questions?
Did we miss anybody on this?
I don't know. It looks.
Read it over and say,
Yeah.
if
Let us know,
Yeah.
there's anything missing, let me know.
Is there an old one we can compare it to? Make sure.
No.
No.
Jack, a recreation, you don't need to put lifeguards or anything like that.
No, if you read down there, it says it doesn't include seasonal employees.
No seasonal employees.
All right. Jody, anything on safety?
Not that I'm aware of here.
Jack, anything on service?
Yeah, one left I forgot to ask you. Down the lower in town, if you go out Cool Springs Road, if you turn there, they're calling Cool Springs.
Yeah.
There's 2 holes down there, probably about as big as that, about that deep.
Coming
You know who
out,
did that?
Yeah.
Them sand trucks. They're coming down past my way.
Hold on, I'm coming out before you get on the road, right?
Yeah, before you get on our new road.
Yeah, that was already.
There's 2 large holes down there.
Yeah, I got, before we. Already.
I guess that's in our, the bridge is our cutoff place. So it must belong to us. That's all I have.
Thank you. Adam, anything on streetlights, sidewalks, curbs?
No, haven't heard any streetlight complaints.
I got 2 of them. We found one, well, I saw them, but one is on the corner by where Jimmy Keener lives. And that, I got to pull him for that. The other one's on McClister, going past the church on the right.
We'll look
It's
on the way
it's really
back.
darker, so I noticed that last I saw. I didn't have time to stop and get that one over tonight. I'll put your orders in tomorrow. We get those 2 today. But I rode around on Sunday night and didn't really see anything, so everything seems to be good for now. So outside of those 2.
Thank you. George, anything on water and sewer?
Nothing to report at this time there.
Jack, anything on recreation?
Sunday was the deadline for cemetery. I'll give another week and a half to get it out of there. And I talked to Harry today. We'll go up there, throw everything on the road, have the car tractor pick it out. Talking about the baseball field, Mayor, I talked to George Stoddard today. It is up there with the super vat, getting water out of it. I think we got a water line break up there someplace because it's showing our chlorine up there in our water. So he's going to
The
start.
water on the field was chlorinated?
Some of it.
Oh, wow.
Not all of it, some of it. So that might be one of our leaks that we're looking for. And would never pop up because it's right there along the edge of the road.
Right, yeah.
So George will go up there and I guess he's going to start digging, start looking for it.
That was all mine water too, isn't that mine water?
And my water's coming out of the old shaft behind the KC.
KC.
But there's fresh water coming out too, someplace up there. 'Cause they run tests on it, pumps and chlorinated water. So that might be one of our leaks.
Leaks, yeah.
Been looking for it.
Yeah. Besides that, no, Mayor, the park, I psyche work in the mill, so if I can get the keys for the tractor, I can start maybe cutting grass.
You got any, Harry? You got any keys?
Is the keys for the tractor up there, you know? Or psyche cut them?
I don't know whether he handed them in or not.
I'll check with Timmy or somebody.
I can find out.
Because the grass is starting to get a little crazy up there, starting to grow already.
But again, I'll just very up on what Bob said. You know, we're not getting no applications for a park manager. I mean, it's getting down to close now where, I mean, anybody has anybody in mind, a college student or somebody who would like to do that as a, some type of,
Can we contact college and see if anybody up there wants it?
has that field where they could do that as a internship or what have you.
Jack, you have any contacts up there?
Up where, Jack?
The college?
Yeah.
UGCC? Yeah, that
No.
Franciscan.
Franciscan.
Yes.
What else,
I mean, I
Frank?
checked with both.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
either or.
Both of them.
Just to let you know, but we are working on a backup plan. You know, we've been talking, sitting down and talking and trying to get things, you know, where we will hopefully have the pool open. You know. So we painted it this year. I mean, we got one of the best facilities in the valley. We hate to see that thing go to waste. And it's I mean, I understand I've had that job for a long time. It's a big job. 7 days a week for 3 months, all day.
Oh, yeah, I know. I was there 3-4 years.
So if anybody has anybody in mind, hesitate to ask.
What's the number if somebody inquires, what number do they call down here?
1263.
What's that currently paying?
3,200.
We raised it.
That's for the season, right?
For the season, yeah. We was going to.
And with that,
But she left us, so we didn't.
Jody, anything on health and pension?
No, not at this time.
Jeff, anything on senior citizens?
Anything, Fred? Only thing I have, I had a gentleman come down here when he had to do community service, so many hours. And I sent him up here, I figured you guys could use him up here. So I don't know if anybody talked to him or not.
Well, it should report up here. They have to report up here and sign in, and then then they'll send you.
Assign them.
Then they're assigning, yeah. I mean, if you need somebody to let Judy know, then yeah, when they report here, she'll send them down there, but we use some, in the building here, or on the Packer, or wherever.
Well, he had to put so many hours in, I guess it might be court ordered, I guess.
Well, I mean, you have to sign in and then sign out.
Okay, yeah, you have to sign in, you have to sign his papers.
Right. It has to be,
I had one down there, they showed up for about a couple hours and never seen them no more.
I'll say, yeah.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
They had, that lady that was here a week or so ago in our finance meeting, it was from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette. She went down to Senior Citizen Center. Fred, did she talk to any of you guys down there?
Yeah.
I sat talking to her.
Did he? I didn't hear you there.
They called me and we met, talked. For a good hour and a half. I told him what a good guy you are, guys.
I figured I just don't want to talk to Fred.
All right.
I'll check on it. Getting back to me.
Nothing on the BHJ. Adam, anything on annexation?
No report, Mayor.
All right. George, anything on economic development?
Yes, we're still in the planning stages of trying to set up that was originally proposed by Mr. Balzano. We had that gathering at the Port Authority bruncheon back in December. Still trying to compose a brunch type welcoming session with JSW Steel as well as other area dignitaries and things like that. Still waiting to hear back from them on confirmation of the date before we proceed with further type planning and things like that.
Were you having a luncheon or dinner?
It'll probably be a brunch, probably. Could be a late lunch. We're trying to figure out more of their opening and their schedule there. But it'll probably be a brunch. And we're looking at end of May, but we'll see how things kind of line up and what makes sense people's schedule. Trying to hear back from them what their availability is first before we proceed with that, which I hope to hear back hopefully within the week as far as where they stand with their availability. We can begin to get a date, get a time, and get that rolling with all that may be and what all may entail. So we met before this regular session just talking a little bit more about I wanted to talk about, okay, we got the date set, let's move on, but the date wasn't set yet, so we couldn't really move on too much, but still trying to talk about more about the assets we wish to highlight, because this is about looking at the village not for what it was, we recognize the greatness it was, but looking at for what it is now, and the blossoming for what it can become in the future. And that's the focal point. The focal point is what we have now, what's beginning, what's growing, what's blossoming, and what it can become in the future. And that's the focal point with JSW being, the major asset, helping to turn around a village that was once, doom and gloom, hopefully to one that is, bright and prosperous and optimistic. So with that being said, I return the floor back to you, Mayor.
Thank you. Anything on the revitalization committee?
We didn't have a meeting last night.
Yes.
I forgot to mention something. I apologize. GB Green Team met last night. Village approved first grant that it applied for more recycled, rubberized type mulch up at the park. Approved with no problems and things like that. Just FYI.
Thank you.
No containers.
It wasn't on the list. You didn't apply for that. So. but the odd thing about the grants was we set a budget amount higher than last year, and we ended up getting less money being asked than last year throughout the communities. Jefferson County asked a lot less, even than Belmont County. Throughout the whole entire county, we asked, as far as the county, less than 30 grand asked for. And some of those programs we excluded because we weren't even recycling type based. So it behooves us, now I think the middle school applied for a grant, and I'm pretty sure they got that one, but we gotta work with other area and other Mingo agencies to say, hey, this is out there, and give them a heads up, because there's some of these things that are 1,000 each, and there's some that are 5,000 each for community cleanups and stuff like that to help offset some costs. And something we could really utilize in the village come next year. I'd like to see every agency in the village apply. It's okay to exclude 1 or 2 if we got like 5 applying. I'm okay with that, but something to take a look into, because it's money to be used for good things and can be used in our community. So I just want to try there's that back to you there.
Thank you. Any unfinished business?
Excuse me, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to have a recreation meeting. When you available, I know you're in town. As soon as possible, I will give that contract for baseball fields. I talked to David Brony, he had no problem with it. He wants it,
How about, we were supposed to have a meeting to go up to the cemetery for Janine.
yeah.
We could,
Yeah, when you want to do that, you want to do it all at the same time?
right, would you rather just,
Yeah.
I mean, the weather's broken now, I think, that we could get over there and take a look at that.
Monday? You have
Yeah,
available?
for
Monday?
me.
Huh? You available Monday?
Yeah.
What time?
I mean, anytime. So,
Now, you can go in the morning if you want.
Yeah, but you working, you went to work?
in the mornings I have like conference calls and things for work, so usually probably towards the evenings better.
5?
That'll work.
Recreation meeting 5 o'clock on the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
You available, Mayor?
We're meeting up there.
We can meet in the cemetery, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll call boss and ask him if she'll show up there. You just place the side papers out in the cemetery.
George, did anyone contact you about the email? Is there any word on that?
I've heard no contact, but I thought that there's the Crystal worked with you guys a little bit already on that. I thought, and let's do that one meeting, right?
Yeah, they're gonna, they're belongs to them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're good to go. Their schedule does not conflict with the Little League or anything anyway, so I think it's.
I don't see them going down there this year, up here. They're gonna double the money, I had like $50,000 in the fields up there this year.
It's great to see.
Yes. Okay. Patty, do you have anything going on?
Of course.
Fire away.
The first thing is the street light I mentioned about a month ago on Logan at 721. You probably drove by, it's on. It's off half the time. It's on and off, so there might be a short in it, but it's on, then it's off for a long time. And then also, I want to follow up about the curb from the top of Granitor down mid 400 block of Edward Street that I mentioned last week. Jack, were you able to talk to somebody about that?
Yeah, but we can't do it until like April,
Yeah,
into April.
but is something gonna
Yeah,
happen?
I talked to Baker and Timmy. They could put a small curve down. We gotta do some speed bumps too, so we can't do it until they make blacktop.
Yeah, because it's bad. It comes down through the yard and down to the other street.
I got the same thing run on my yard, but
We had to lift part of our sidewalk last year to prevent the water from coming off the street down our sidewalk into our basement. So with that lift of the sidewalk, that helped that. But we can't do anything. We need a curb.
like, so as soon as Tim then gets back or whatever, to start making asphalt, we could probably do some.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank
Until
you.
then, I
Patty, what's your address?
415 Edward Street.
Where's that running off? Granitor?
Granitor. And it's only down our side because we're down slope. The other side of the road doesn't need anything because they all have the hillside.
come out that curb there, right there by our son's house. It runs down through there.
Is there, I mean, is it because of that? It's
It's low there.
Does that happen just on the heavy rains, Patty, or all the time?
On heavy rains, the most, but it will come down on a moderate rain too, and come only like part of the yard. It doesn't flow down, but the heavy rains, it'll go all the way down to Logan and then go down Logan. And then we have a massive mud ball in our yard.
All right, Jackie was looking into that. Thanks. Harry, you have anything?
No.
Is that it, Patty? Amy, you want to throw in anything?
I don't.
You're more than welcome.
There.
I was looking.
Okay.
These trucks went up by past my road.
Okay, Fred Burns, 2018 South Commercial. Smitty said you'd hook into that same truck going down that way. There's 3 of them, the same guys all the time, all in the evening. And they come back the other night, past my place before they got the Jake brake on. That's how fast he was moving with that load of sand. To go up, to head north on 7, past my place. Now, I can't stop him, so I talked to the patrolman tonight, and he said he could see what he can do. But he said he can't be every place at one time. I understand that. I think we took a survey how long it takes to run around Mingo. I think they said 15 to 20 minutes the most. Patrol car, so that's been years ago.
They're getting their sand and coming up past you?
No, what they're doing, they're going down empty past me, getting loaded between 8 and to 10. They're flying back to get where they're going. They're coming back heading to north on commercial. And when they come by me, this one guy is throwing his Jake brake on, but he's moving so fast. He's probably in a hurry to get where he's going, home or whatever. But, and I'll tell you what's going to happen this summer. When they supposed to close that bridge down, anybody know?
Just want to tell you, Fred, when they close that bridge down.
Yeah, they're going to gouge that turnout right there by, they head north on 7. I know they're going to gouge it out. They gouged it out south of the bridge they're going to replace. Big hole where them tires gouged that out. They're going to do the same thing to our new road. And Mr. Smith talked to that guy that was putting the mud on that street next to, he lived right next to, they tore that house down. So he stopped doing that, so he's parking on the street, so that's one good thing. But then, them sand truck guys, we gotta slow them down or put, one time, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, we talked about it here, put a 25-mile-an-hour speed zone, they go 30. You put a 30-mile-an-hour speed zone, they go 40. You know, so I don't know what to do with that down there south.
We could get a sign.
Over the years, since I've been up there, we had 2 small kids get hit. One of them run out in front of a car, another one got hit and knocked across the road almost in my yard because it was going a little bit too fast. So I don't know about these trucks, they ain't gonna stop, believe me. Somebody comes out, they're not gonna stop with a 20-ton load on their back end. It takes them about 30 feet, maybe 40 feet to stop. So we gotta slow them down, that's all. Slow them down, no Jake brake. I was about ready to get to, when I hit about 22, head north, I see on these small towns, no Jake brake. I was gonna stop, but I didn't have a crescent ridge to take one off.
Well, we could
I
get a
just brought
sign
it down here.
We could get a sign.
Huh?
We could get a sign put up down here.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Fred, thank you.
Yeah, oh, hey, another thing. Anybody notice that water leak by Passages? Down here, these rental property, but before you get to the underneath that.
That's coming out of the,
Water coming out of the steps, right under the
Is
steps.
that coming out of the spring? I mean, the,
Potters?
yeah, Potters.
It didn't flood the street right there. Yeah.
I've seen it. I thought it was coming out of the Potters down there.
Yeah, but it's right to where your steps go up, come right up underneath
All
the
right,
steps.
we'll look at that. I'll have to look at that tomorrow. And with that, anybody have anything else? Do we have a motion for adjournment?
Adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I second.
Yeah, Harry?
Yeah.
Yes.
Servin?
Yes.
Fielder?
Yes.
CY?
I can say, you know, I can say for all contact.